Ladies and gents, welcome back to the TSI YouTube channel for episode number 4 of the Burton Albion Road to Glory here in season number 6. Before we get into it, as always, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. Help us on our road to 700 and 1,000 this year. Also, the links to my Twitch and Discord are down below. The Discord is where the votes will be going up very soon for where we start our new career mode once this season is finished. So get yourself over there if you want to have a say on the next save. Before we go into the fixtures, there has been an issue with career mode updates. There was a message when I loaded into the game, and in the EA Discord server that I'm in, there was a note around they've had to roll back a squad update because of an error, and it's caused some saves that have played in that time, which obviously we have, to corrupt, and they're trying to fix it. I've managed to load into the save, so I'm hoping that we don't get those issues. Fingers crossed it's all right, and we will be unscathed, hopefully. Let's have a little look at the fixtures then for episode number 4. It is Napoli away first in the Champions League before Manchester City away in the league. And Tottenham away in the EFL Cup. So some tricky fixtures then. Palace at home, Leipzig away, Leicester away. So I think the plan for today, we'll play Napoli because we need revenge for the Super Cup. That's going to be a difficult game. We've got to play the Manchester City game because they are probably going to be one of the sides at the top of the table come the end of the season. We will simulate Spurs in the Cup because we're not really too fussed about that. We will probably then play Palace and probably then simulate Leipzig. That is the plan for episode number 4. In terms of the league table, we will start with the Champions League. Some teams have played their third game already. We are currently 5th. We can go top with a victory against Napoli. So that would be nice, and that would set the pace rather well for us. We've only conceded 1 goal so far. The challenge of Napoli will be harder than what we've played so far. And in the Premier League, we are currently 3rd in the table. We are 4 points off Manchester United, who currently lead the way. Leicester in 2nd, Manchester City in 4th. Fulham, Brighton, Arsenal, the teams further down the table. And at the bottom, as always, we'll have a look. It's Brentford, Palace and Leeds, who currently are struggling down in the bottom 3. But first up, Champions League. We've got a dispute to the set. They absolutely hammered us in the Super Cup final. We're looking for some revenge in the Champions League and hoping to keep our clean sheet in the Champions League going. Welcome to Napoli then. And Stadio Olimpic for 3rd game of our Champions League campaign, the first ever Champions League campaign for the football club. We're playing a side that absolutely hammered us in the Super Cup final. Victor Osimhen scoring 4 goals against us in that game, and they nearly get a first one there as Kippers had to be up to the challenge. Stop that going in the back of the goal. So we know this is going to be a difficult challenge compared to a couple of sides that we've played so far. So it's going out for a corner again. Napoli with the early pressure in this game. Will they look to take it short again? Mikey Moore is there to try and cover if they do take it short. What does take it short, and our Conte can get the ball clear. We may be able to get this ball through. Alex Matos is actually the last man forward, and we could get a breakaway goal here. Alex Matos is in on goal. Hasn't scored yet for Burton Albion Football Club. Doesn't this time. Costa was the thorn in our side in the first one. It is the thorn in our side here. What a dramatic start to this game we've had already. Here's a chance. Victor Osimhen puts it wide. Oh, he is an absolute cheat code for this Napoli side and really should have buried that. Both sides should have got themselves on the score sheet. It's just wide of the left-hand post. What a start to this game. Brilliant 10 first minutes. Aina barreling down the left-hand side. Can he play on our Conte? Will play on our Conte. Conte's going to go one more to Willy Boving. Surely this time is. Blistering start to the game. And it's the Brewers that get the early goal. Willy Boving, wonderful football from Aina, who barrels down the left-hand side. Plays a lovely ball into our Conte. Conte turns, is patient, waits for the run. Unselfish from him. And feeds it in Willy Boving, who makes absolutely no mistake. First time finish, low and hard past Costa. He can't save that one. Napoli 0, Burton Albion 1. Napoli again coming forward. Victor Osimhen again on the edge of the box this time. We do get the block in, but Napoli are going to be able to reset this. Oh no, that's going to be a penalty. That's going to be a penalty. Oh, it's just outside the box. Holm just diving in really late. And luckily for us, it was just on the edge of the box. His first touch was absolutely horrendous, overcommits. Thankfully, it's just outside, but Napoli have got a free kick in a very, very dangerous position here. Ball comes into the box, and it's in. Gavardio with a sensational free kick. Joining from Manchester City, and it's 1-0. It was a stupid challenge on the edge of the box. We didn't really need to make it. And Napoli have hit us back straight away. Maybe Kippers should do better not to be beaten from them, but it is a wonderful postage stamp free kick. And it is back on level terms. Finds Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore can now try and find... Oh, it should have gone to our Conte. It's gone to Willy Boving instead. And a rare mistake from our superstar Mikey Moore as Pereira's just trying to hold up Victor Osimhen. And this is really dangerous now for the Brewers. This is extremely dangerous now for the Brewers as Pereira trying to get across big block From Pereira sticks out a foot. It's going to be a corner for Napoli. Every time they go forward, it's almost impossible to defend as Pereira gets up. It's going to fall as far as Lindstrom on the edge. Mikey Moore trying to get back does really well. Mikey Moore can now break away with the ball. And we've got a chance here. Can he find Willy Boving through the middle? No, he can't. It was optimistic at best. Osimhen now on the edge of the box. Just got to try and stand him up. Try and not get a shot away. Doesn't matter. Raspadori gets a shot away. Their finishing is simply something else. They feel absolutely impossible to break down. They feel impossible to stop defensively. And Napoli have turned it around. We're 2-1 down in the Champions League with a lot of work to do. Osimhen now for Napoli. This is dangerous. Osimhen's in. Osimhen may get a chance. Does. There's absolutely nothing we can do defensively. Napoli are running riot. It's like the Super Cup all over again. They are clearly the thorn in their side. We've still got 45 minutes to try and get back into this one, but it's looking pretty bleak. It's Napoli 3, Burton 1. Llewellyn down the right-hand side has barely been in the game. First off, Llewellyn shoots. Can't score. Can Mikey Moore get the rebound? Does. That is the perfect start. 3 minutes into this game, we get a little bit lucky. It's the first time I think we've mentioned Llewellyn in this whole game. Gets himself on the ball. It's a good shot. The keeper parries it out. Falls kindly to us to Mikey Moore. Maybe that's the stroke of luck we need. Still need to get another one to get it back to level terms. Good composure from Mikey Moore, though. 3 minutes into the second half, we reduce the deficit to 1. Barim now. Barim shoots. Keeper saves again. It is relentless from Napoli. Victor Osimhen plays such... Highline just finds himself in a pocket of space time and time again. They take the corner short again. Conte's trying to do some defensive work. Can't. Pereira's trying to do some defensive work. Can't. Leonard does just about enough. Llewellyn driving forward now. Finds Boving. Boving into the box. Can he scratch while Conte? No, he should have got alone. Oh, what an opportunity that is. Llewellyn has come to life in this second half as Holman, Matos get in each other's way. Osimhen now. Barim. Barim into Osimhen. What a run that is. 4-2, game over. I don't know what is going on. Defensively, we are all over the place. We cannot stop Napoli. That is game done. We're going to lose our first Champions League game. Mikey Moore now. Placing our Conte. Maybe a chance to get another one back. No. Should have taken another touch. Costa with the big save. Llewellyn goes into the book. We are going to make some subs. Not that I think it's going to matter anyway. I want to try and avoid any red cards if we can. Guest is going to come on. Barnett is going to come on. And we're going to bring on Juric in the middle for Leonard, who's also on a yellow. Goal. 5-2. Game over. Oh, we're going to go straight down the other end and score again, aren't we? Yeah, 5-3. What a stupid game of football this is. We just cannot defend. And 2 goals in the last minute. It won't matter. We are going to lose 5-3. And it's our first defeat in the Champions League. Good to Manchester then. You thought it wasn't going to get any more difficult than the Napoli game. I think this might have something to do with it. We have got to be better defensively. It's as simple as that. Attacking-wise against Napoli, we were pretty good. We've had to make some changes though. Fernandez is on the left-hand side. For Mikey Moore, he's struggled with fitness. Our Conte is also struggling with fitness, and Nygaard is given his first start. And Humphreys in replace of Herrera. Onana plays it out wide. Davis trying to just wiggle his way into the box. Has to go all the way back to Weaver. Weaver on the edge now. The champions-elect looking to start cooking. And Foden has the first shot of the game, but Kippers is up to the challenge. Better structure defensively, though. And we've just got to try and stop the presence of the likes of Erling Haaland in the box as O'Reilly is up, but that is just wide. Holm down the right-hand side now. Plays it inside to Llewellyn. Llewellyn to Fernandez. Fernandez to Mark Leonard. Leonard into Nygaard. Nygaard, wonderful turn. Has a chance. Goal! What a finish! That is why he is asking to play more game time. That is a sensational finish from the man on loan. Absolutely pirouetted. Spun his man. Sent them for a hot dog. Thank you very much. Wonderful balling from Leonard. Here, just there. Just beats his man. Couple of quick touches with his feet. Powers it past the keeper. We lead against Manchester City. Haaland's in. Humphreys can't get across. Kippers can, though. Maybe should have gone across the keeper. Kippers so far with 2 massive saves in this game. Going to take a lot to keep Haaland quiet today. Pedro. Fernandez can't get across. Can we get Burton Albion player get across? We can't. Man City is still on the chart here. What a save again from Kippers. Ball is going to just go out for another corner. Kippers is putting in the game of his life here so far. Man City knocking on the door. You feel it's only a matter of time. Kushinov gets the ball out. Can't clear the ball. Block again from Humphreys. Can anyone get there? No, it's got another corner for Manchester City. They might try and take it short. They don't take it short. Aina can't win the ball, but it is over. Goal kick. Pressure ridden. Aina into Boving. Boving into Matos. Matos is just going to turn his man and try and find Neugaard. Does find Neugaard. Neugaard's done the same again. Mike for two. Goal! And in. It is the Neugaard show. In his first start for the club in the Premier League, is putting on one hell of a performance. We potentially have three strikers that are absolutely cooking. We have ridden our luck. We perhaps don't deserve it, but it does not matter. It's another wonderful finish. He spun his man again. Absolutely sends the defender packing. Wonderful finish. Man City 0, Burton Albion 2. Just driving now forward. Cuts it back to Fernandes. Fernandes, can he find one more to Boving? Does find Boving. Boving can turn his man. Boving can try and get a shot away, but big block this time from the centre half. And O'Reilly can now clear for Manchester City and finds Haaland. He finds Foden and those two linking up brilliantly. Humphreys dives in. That's a late challenge. It's going to be a yellow card. Heads gone moment from the centre half as Haaland goes down. Should just be a yellow. There's no way it's a red. There's absolutely no way he sent him off. Yes, it's... Oh, God, maybe it is. Head's gone. We're going to have to make a substitution. Man City make one themselves, interestingly. Fernandes just driving down this left-hand side. Surely we couldn't get a third on the stroke of half-time. We might, you know. It's Nygaard for a hat-trick. Good save from Mainan in the goal. Matos with the corner into the box. Can he find the head of Aina? Can't find the head of Aina. Will fall to Holm on the edge. Holm. No, that's dreadful. That's dreadful. Referee, please blow the whistle. Please blow the whistle, referee. Referee. No. 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 Pereira, can you get across? Can't. Gibbons with a save. Ref, how long are we playing here? Is it until they score? Oh, we're still playing. Pedro with a chance. Pedro with another chance, and now he blows his whistle. Jesus. We've got 45 minutes to hang on to our 2-goal lead with 10 men. This is going to be rough. Haaland. Wonderful ball to Pedro. Can we get across? Can we get the block in? We don't need to. Keeper's had it covered. First danger signs in the second half. Only 6 minutes in. A lot of football to be played. And Llewellyn coming forward now. Oh my God, he's actually set this man. I don't know what the defender's doing there. Davis is an absolute mare. Llewellyn's in here. Llewellyn's in here. That's going to be a penalty. Surely that's at least a yellow card, referee. Just whip out the yellow card. We've got a chance to make it 3-0. Now, the last time we had a penalty, Mikey Moore skied it. Nygaard is going to take it for his hat-trick and to potentially put the final nail in the coffin. Nygaard steps up, scores! And we'll run away to the visiting fans and the visiting Burton Albion faithful as we make it 3-0 and Nygaard gets his hat-trick. As only one player celebrates with him, that's a bit sad. But we have got to the all-important third goal. So wonderful penalty from the number 9, who has his first Burton Albion hat-trick. How do we drop him after this performance? Haaland's in. Pereira can't get across, I don't think. Does he get across? No, he doesn't. Haaland gets one back straight away. That is exactly what we didn't need to happen. A big 30 minutes now. Man City are going to have their tails up. Please just hold on, boys. It's just a bit weak as well defensively. It's just an easy ball through. Pereira can't get across. It's a good finish to Fernandes. Fernandes back to Aina. We're still in the attacking tendency now. We don't want to let that... Because Nygaard for 4! No! Oh, my word. If he'd have scored that, he definitely would have been starting the next game. I mean, we're going to have to start him anyway, I think. And that potentially would have sealed the game. And now we've got to do a lot of defensive work. Down the left-hand side. Aina can't get there. Holm can get there, though. Does really well. Matos can clear and Llewellyn can clear. And now we could potentially look to counter-attack. We've got enough players forward, though. Holm is on the overlap, and Holm can now barrel ways forward. He's got a bit of pace in his legs. Can he cut back inside? Hasn't got anywhere to go. Let's go back to Matos. Good patient build-up play, not overcommitting. We don't want to lose the ball. Fernandes now down this left-hand side. Fernandes can drive into the box, cuts back. Again, can he find the number 9? Nygaard can potentially find him. No. Just couldn't quite get that final step in to Nygaard. Nygaard has already got 3. Can he get 4? Does! What a finish that is! Absolute superstar. He is definitely going to be in the starting lineup for the next game. He scored 4 goals against Manchester City. The champions of England have been humiliated at the Etihad. We've had 10 men for all of the second half and we've scored twice. It is Burton Albion 4, Manchester City 1. What a way to bounce back from that disappointing defeat against Napoli. We go to the champions, we beat the champions, and we have got a real chance of competing this season if we keep up this level of form in the league. We've got some work to do now in the Champions League. The referee still playing here. But what a victory this has been for us. Bueno will just go back. The referee should blow the whistle now. Does blow the whistle. That is a huge win. Potentially the biggest win of this career mode so far. Nygaard with all 4 goals. Going to have to start the next one. 6 attempts, 4 goals. Manchester City humiliated. Manchester City 1, Burton Albion 4. Game against Tottenham next. We are going to have to rotate just a touch because these games are coming thick and fast. We're not quite ready for it. I'm going to give Guest a start instead of Holm as well. Llewellyn can start. We'll give our Conte and in fact, we'll rest our Conte for this one. We'll potentially rest Boving for the next one. We'll give Nygaard a start here. That is going to be the squad for this game against Tottenham. Again, I'm not too fussed if we lose it. These are games that we don't really need in the competition we've already won before. And as a 2-1 defeat then, we crash out of the Carabao Cup. Devine with the opening goal before Kirkez got one and then Matos got the only goal of us. Pretty even game. But again, like I said, it's games that we really just don't need to be playing at this stage of the season. Welcome to the Pirate. And back on home soil, this time we welcome Crystal Palace as the visitors. They are struggling down in 18th currently. They are currently second in the table and that Manchester City result just looking to keep things going and keep up the momentum that we've shown so far in this Premier League season. Typically we make slow starts in the Premier League. Not this time. We need to keep this going though as Mikey Moore's in. This would be a great chance for Llewellyn to open the scoring. No, can't. Pulls back to Mark Leonard on the edge of the box. Good save from Majecki in the Palace goal. We're going to have a corner now. Mikey Moore's going to put this in the ball. Try and fight Nygaard at the front post who's kept his starting spot after that brilliant performance against Manchester City. Nygaard back to Matos. Holm now. Holm can just drive forward and try and play Matos. Does play Matos and Richards is there. Palace playing so deep. Just with men behind the ball, as you would expect in a game like this. And they will try and just counter-attack us with the likes of Rasmus Højlund, who's on the ball now, but pushing off will get across. Got too much pace. Chance for Palace to come forward. Gomez on the ball. Kishinov's there again with the block. Draksaki, former Burton Albion player. Gibbons with the save to deny. Draksaki, who was, of course, on loan at us in our first season in the Premier League, did really well for us towards the end of his spell. Good to see that he's got a pace. Oh, my God. Nygaard off the line. Oh, no. Raksaki's in. Gomez is in. It's hit the bar. Can we get it out? Oh, my word. What are we doing? How would Crystal Palace not scored there? We were too busy speaking about our former player and not concentrating. Llewellyn spins his man down the right-hand side now. Llewellyn, just keep running if you can. Now Kuh goes inside. One more to Boving. Boving spins his man. Shoots. Good save again. Majecki with a huge right hand to deny Willy Boving. Look at that for that clearance. Nygaard doing his defensive duties on the post. The goal line technology working perfectly. Corner into the box now. Can we find the head of Kushinov? We do, but actually going to go out for a throw-in to Crystal Palace in the end. Mikey Moore, brilliant from him. Boving. Back to Mikey Moore. Back to Boving. Nowhere really for Burton Albion player to go. Nygaard now. Nygaard's in. Nygaard shoots. Oh, again. Chadrad with brilliant defending. I should wonder how Palace are down in 18th if they've been defending like this the whole season. Leonard into Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore on the edge of the box. That's a shot and it's just wide. And it's been pretty much one-way traffic for most of this first half. It's just wide again and that should probably see us through to half-time. Second half underway. Feel like we're going to get a chance and we're going to have to take it. Chances have been few and far between in terms of clear cut. We've dominated the ball. These tricky conditions, as you see there, Mikey Moore with an awful touch. Just not allowing us to play that free-flowing football that we like to play. We may have to mix up our style. Matos now for the Brewers. Can we create something now? Willy Boving's in. Surely this time does! Get in! It's been a game of very few chances. We've had to be so patient. Our final product has not been good today. But finally we take the chance that has come. We've had to be patient. We've had to wait till 72 minutes. But Willie Boving may have just got out as a whole. Wonderful finish, low and hard across the keeper. Trademark Boving finish. And finally, we have the lead. Boving again coming forward. Finds our Conte, who's just come on the pitch. Conte with his first couple of touches. Finds Boving. Boving's going to turn his man. Surely this is going to be two. No, good save from Majecki. Chemistry between our Conte and Boving is... That's the difference between Neugaard and him, as Fernandez puts the ball into the box. Tries to find the head of home. Our Conte should be able to pick up the loose ball. Does pick up the loose ball. Goes one more to Matos. Matos to Bashir Humphreys, who's back playing again after that red card. Kushinov finds the run of Aina. It's a heavy, heavy ball. Can Aina get there? Aina will get there, but it will run out of play. An important 10 minutes in the course of our season here, you've hit. Alderson, wonderful ball over the top to Hoyland. Just got to get back defensively in structure. Aina with a header at the back post. Brilliant defending again from Burton Albion, as Fernandez can now look to just drive forward. He's got absolutely nobody in front of him until now. Our Conte. Oh, he's offside. Just I thought he was going to play in Boving. Just straight offside a touch. That's lazy from Tyreek. Plays in our Conte. Our Conte into Boving. Wonderful football. Game, set and match. Tyreek our Conte has come on and made an instant impact. And I say about the chemistry between those two, they are just on the same wavelength. And that is what Nygaard and our Conte, Nygaard and Boving just don't have. You can't expect him to have, but those two are on song again. And we've secured the victory right at the end. We had to really dig in for that one. Burton Albion 2, Crystal Palace 0. Doggy right at the end of this game, just trying to get a goal back for Crystal Palace. We're defending, trying to make sure that we keep our clean sheet because we've deserved it. Falls back to Hoyland, goes wide, referee blows his whistle. Huge 3 points in the Premier League, just to keep the momentum ticking and keep the pressure on Manchester United. God, we had to work for that. But the Manchester City game to this, two very different games. Man City were always going to attack us and give us opportunities. Palace just sat back with 11 men behind the ball for large parts, but we broke them down. Willie Boving with the brace to add to his tally. Another solid performance. Finishes Burton 2, Crystal Palace 0. Up to in the Champions League, then we will simulate this one. Nearly change guest in for Holm because Holm is suspended after that. So he got a yellow card against Napoli. That was his second, so he is suspended for this game. Other than that, it is full strength, this Leipzig game. After the Napoli defeat, we could really do with the result in Germany. We don't get it. Frimpong with the only goal of the game in a game that we had plenty of possession on. Didn't create too many chances, but it's back-to-back defeats in the Champions League, and it leaves us with a lot of work to do. After those 5 games, a look at the table, and we are currently top of the pile, level on points with Leicester, with Man United just a point back, and Fulham just a further 2 points back. Man City down in 5th, Arsenal down in 6th, Chelsea in 9th, Liverpool in 10th. So top 4's looking a little bit weird at the minute, but we are currently top of the table after 10 games. There's a lot of football to be played. We're in a good spot with Brentford, Palace and Leeds, the sides towards the foot of the table. In the Champions League, we'll have a little look at the table there where we would have slipped down. We are down to 10th with 6 points with our 4 games played, and that will probably fall a little bit further because sides have still got games to play. So we've got a lot of work to do in the Champions League if we're going to progress through the knockout stages. Games are coming your way. It is Leicester away, first against second. Who would have thought it in the Premier League? Next up is then Chelsea at home, Feyenoord away, Liverpool away, Manchester United at home. So some massive, massive games coming your way in episode number 5, and plenty of football still to be played in this season as we will soon be into the month of December. But that's it for another episode. Thank you very much for all the support. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in a few days' time for episode number 5.